ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to our Iskcon official YouTube channel. Today I am going to discuss 17th chapter of Srimad Bhagavad, the 5th canto, in which there is description of descent of river Ganga. If you simply chant the name of Ganga or hear the name of Ganga, there are so many effects. So, in first 10 verses, these glories and path of Ganga are described by Sukadeva Goswami to Parikshit Maharaj. The 17th chapter and the origin of Gangas and how it flows in and around Ilavarta Varsha. This Jambudvipa, the middle is Ilavarta Varsha. They are in and around Ilavarta Varsha, that is flowing Ganga river. If you can go there, you will find. There is also a description of the prayers Lord Shiva offers to Lord Sankarsana, part of the quadruple expansion of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In each versa, there are 9 verses in this Jambudvipa. In each versa, one of the forms of the Lord is being worshipped or prayed. And here in this versa, in the 11th versa, Lord Sankarsana is being prayed or worshipped by Shivaji. So, Lord Vishnu once appeared in Bali Maharaj, as Bali Maharaj, while the king was performing a sacrifice. The Lord appeared before him as Trivikrama or Vamana and begged alms from the king in the form of 3 steps of land. We will describe it in 8th canto, from 15 to 23. These 9 chapters describe about this Lord Vamana. He is a Manvantara avatar. So, with 2 steps, Lord Vamana covered all 3 planetary systems and pierced the covering of the universe with the toes of his left foot. This material world is having 7 coverings. So the Lord extended his foot, and with the toe of the left foot, he pierced these coverings. So these while pierced the covering, a few drops of water from the causal ocean, that is called Karananava Jala, leaked through this hole and fell on the head of Lord Shiva, where they remained for 1,000 million years. 1,000 millenniums. These drops of water are the sacred Ganga river. It first flows into the heavenly planets, which are located on the soles of Lord Vishnu's feet. The Ganga river is known by many names, such as the Bhagirathi and the Jahnavi. It purifies Dhruva and the planets of the 7 stages, because both Dhruva and the sages have no other desire than to serve the Lord's lotus feet. So the Ganges river, emanating from the lotus feet of the Lord, inundates the heavenly planets, especially the moon, and then flows through Brahmapuri atop Mount Meru. Here the river divides into 4 branches, known as Sita, Alakananda, Chakshu, and Bhadra. This is the Varsha, Sumeru, Mount Sumeru. There it falls, and then it divides into 4 streams, so which then flow down to the ocean of salt water. The branch known as Sita flows through Shekhara Parvata and Gandhamardana Parvata, and then flows down to Bhadrasa Varsha, where it mixes with the ocean of salt water in the west. This Jambudvipa is surrounded by salt ocean. We will here in 7 islands, there are 7 oceans. We are in this Jambudvipa, which is surrounded by salt ocean. So in the east, there is Bhadrasa Varsha, and when it goes through east, and it mixes with the ocean of salt water in the west. In the east, and then Dvajasa Varsa. Thereafter, the Chakyu branch, hmm, we heard about Sita branch. The Chakyu branch flows through Malavangiri, and after reaching Ketumala Varsa, Ketumala Varsa is in the west of this 11th Varsa, mixes with the ocean of salt water in the west. Hmm. So the branch known as Bhadra flows onto Mount Meru, Mount Kumuda and the Nila, Sweta and Sringavan mountains before it reaches Kurudesa, Kuru in the north, where it flows into the ocean of salt water in the north. The Alaknanda branch flows through Brahmalaya, crosses over many mountains including Hemakuta, Himakuta, and then reaches Bharatvarsha. We are residing Bharatvarsha, where it flows into the southern side of the ocean of salt water, south, this is south. Many other rivers and their branches flow through the 9 verses. The 9 verses. We'll hear about these 9 verses. We'll describe. So 11 to 15, these 5 verses describe 8 heavenly verses. They are heavenly verses. There are 3 types of heaven. One is that heaven which is above our Bhumandala, Bhuvaloka, Bhuva Swaha. Then in this Bhuloka also, Bhumandala also, there are, here it is stated that 8 heavenly verses are there, 8 heavens, will hear. And this is called Bhusvarga. And below this Bhumandala there is also heaven, that is called Bilasvarga, will hear, that is Atal, Vitar, etc. So among the 9 verses, the tract of land known as Bharatvarsha is understood with the field of fruitive activities. Learned scholars and saintly persons declared the other 8 verses to mean for very highly elevated pious persons. After returning from the heavenly planets, they enjoy the remaining results of their pious activities in these 8 earthly verses. So in verse 12 it is stated, in these 8 verses, or tracts of land, human beings live 10,000 years. According to earthly calculations, all the inhabitants are almost like demigods. They have the bodily strength of 10,000 elephants. Indeed, their bodies are as sturdy as thunderbolts. The youthful duration of their lives is very pleasing, and both men and women enjoy sexual union with great pleasure for a long time. This material world is called Maithunagara. After years of sensual pleasures, when a balance of 1 year of life remains, the wife conceives a child. Thus, the standard of pleasure for the resident of those heavenly regions is exactly like that of the human beings who lived during Treta Yuga, at the time of Lord Ramchandra. So in verse 15 it is stated, the 11th verse, the Lord Shiva is the only male. There he lives with his wife Bhavani, who is attended by many maid servants. If any other male enters that province, Bhavani causes him to become woman. We'll hear about it in 9th canto. So in 16 to 24, these 9 verses describe Lord Shiva's meditation of Sankarsana. In verse 18 it is stated, Bhaje Vedanya Ranabhadas Pankajam Bhargasya Krishna Saparamparayanam Bhakti Swalam Bhavita Bhuta Bhavana Bhavapahatam Bhavavaviswaram. O my Lord, you are the only worshipable person, for you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the reservoir of all opulences. Your secure lotus feet are the only source of protection for all your devotees, whom you satisfy by manifesting yourself in various forms. O my Lord, you deliver your devotees from the clutches of material existence. Non-devotees, however, remain entangled in material existence by your will. Kindly accept me as your eternal servant. You see, Lord Shiva. Praise Lord Vishnu. The purport is Prabhupada Maharaj says, quoting from Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, that bhaje iti harsad dvitiyam. It is not stated by Prabhupada Maharaj, it is by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, that bhaje bhajanya. Why the repetition? That is because Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that Harsat, so happy while praying. Bhavasya mat lakshana dasasya bhava prema jatra tam bhava bhuta bhavana bhava pahantam bhava bhava viswaram. Bhava means the Shiva says, I am your servant and you give me bhava. Bhava means love of Godhead. You give me. You see? So our aim of life is to get this love of Godhead. So thank you very much for listening to this lecture, and please don't forget to subscribe, share and like our channel and get the blessings of the Lord. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.